Have you ever experienced life's overwhelming demands? Expectations that you may have just glanced at, crucial messages that you believe you'll get, returning to them. Subsequently, but what if the most important? Your life's message is one that you've been. We're going to explore, instead of skipping today, reasons to never ignore the Jesus Christ teachings because his message has the capacity to change our daily existence. The message of Jesus is straightforward, yet deep love for God and your message of Jesus. Neighbor as in Matthew 22:37 to 22:39, he summarizes everything involving these two commands, but let's face it, life becomes busy, and during that time, we frequently forget the essence of his. Instructed to consider the parable of this is a man's narrative, Good Samaritan, who made the decision to assist a needy person when he didn't tell a story. Everyone else merely went past. Allow social conventions or inconveniences to cease. How often have we performed going by someone in need on the other side? Since we were preoccupied with our own, let's bring it closer to our life. Consider your everyday routine at home, getting up and hurrying to work while handling tasks, and attempting to strike a balance in that. How often do we lose out on possibilities when we rush to express love, perhaps to a coworker, silently striving, or a neighbor who appears lonely, yet our attention is too concentrated on our own issues to observe? I recall lost chances, listening to a friend's account of seeing having trouble finding a job as a single mother. He could have left her groceries. However, he took action and provided cover instead. The price of that simple deed wasn't just assist her with her groceries. It was a compassionate moment when the love of Christ was seen in a extremely genuine manner. Money wasn't the only factor. It was about having empathy and living the Jesus teachings in daily life. The Bible provides us with numerous instances of. In John 4, we witness Jesus doing the same. He and the Samaritan woman were speaking at. He successfully transcends cultural and overcoming social obstacles to give her hope, and his activities serve as a reminder of a new way of living, that God's life is accessible to everyone. Affection. Jesus didn't merely deliver his teachings. He demonstrated via his life that our faith has to be active, not actually passive, as James 1 verse 22 instructs. Not just hear the term and so be dishonest and follow the instructions. Not enough to hear the teachings of Jesus. We must live them out in order to applying them to our day-to-day activities. Acts of generosity. So, how can we put this lesson into practice today? Begin with modest deeds of compassion. Need not be extravagant, regardless of whether you help a local shelter volunteer, friend in need, or simply be there for them. To someone who despises every act, smile. Love is a reflection of Christ. Additionally, lessons can be found in our fast-paced lives that we often overlook. Individuals, but occasionally a basic. Talking to someone can make a huge difference. Listen for a time to establish a connection. You can never tell how much someone might require that engagement and ultimately cultivate. When we concentrate on the blessings, we feel thankful. We already have it, and it helps us see how we can distribute such blessings to other people. Being thankful makes us love more completely, and we satisfy the heart when we love. Last words from Jesus. Let's not ignore the message of Jesus. It goes beyond simply closing. An idea to ponder on Sundays, or there's a daily call when we are in church. To take action throughout your week. Think about how you can apply his lessons. What would you do in life to ensure you don't lose out on this chance to fulfill his affection? I urge you to spend a moment in prayer today and ask God to Be receptive to people around you who are in need. Consider how you might be. What in the world are his hands and feet? This week, you can take a tiny step to live out his message to remember every act of love. Important, let's make a commitment to live more profoundly in his affection and changing our one act of compassion from the community at a duration